If your vision had a HUD like in video games, what information would you like to be displayed? That thing where you look at an NPC and it displays their name and their interests. Rear view for a start. A proximity meter would be cool and maybe a little less intrusive than a persistent video feed of what's behind you. Personal HUD gone wrong. Beep. 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 A map. I have no sense of direction whatsoever. Smartphone GPS changed my life. This. A little mini map in the corner that I can zoom in and out, and that shows the location of important things and people. Wakes up from a bad dream. There's a player indicator right next to you on the mini map. Hunger bar. Sometimes I can't tell if I'm hungry or bored. Add a subsection bar for hydration status and electrolyte balance. I wanna see that bitch refill when I chug a tall glass of water. Electrolytes. The things plants crave. A pause menu with a manual in it. And options in the pause menu. Especially options. XD. Redo character customization. Names. I see so many people who can call me by name and I'm like, hey, mate. Been there done that lol. Would it be too invasive to add gender along with names? I feel like most people whose gender matches their sex wouldn't care, and a lot of the people I know who are transgender get tired of others' assumptions, or having to explain. Edit shit, I just read your name. Maybe I should be asking somebody else. I don't know, but my mom needs a ducking compass. Holy shit, it is so frustrating going anywhere with her BC. She has no idea what direction she's going. Sounds like she needs one of those little glowing trails, as the compass would probably still confuse her. I want an active weapon image box like in GTA, but it's just whatever the duck is in my hand at that moment. My favorite weapon would either be a cardboard box or a box cutter. Lots of good answers here already. I wanna add something that may seem simple to others, but I would love to see information I already gathered of others. I don't wanna overstep my boundaries. I don't need to know more about them than I already know. I struggle with remembering faces. So simply show me the name of someone I know. Maybe with a little extra info like Sabrina from your yoga course. Peter works in the office on the other side of your building. So when someone starts to talk to me, I don't need to pretend to know who it is for the first few minutes until I finally figure it out. So stressful. That would be super useful. Sometimes I recognize a face and just can't place where I know them from. Walks into shop. Dat. A radar would be nice. As an introvert, I enjoy chilling in a place alone, where I can do what I want, be loud on my own. Sometimes in midst of it people will just be in that space and it kinda dulls the moment. Great for having a cheeky wank outside as well. Reminders to take my medications. Call an audible. I set alarms on my phone for that. And for getting up in the morning. And for my favorite TV shows. And for various video game related event timers. And all appointments go on my calendar app. Heck. I use my phone way more as a clock calendar than as a phone. I have alarms set for my kids to be getting their shoes on to go out for the bus. An alarm to be on the lookout for their bus coming home. An alarm as my 5-minute warning that I have to leave for work. An alarm set up 10 minutes before I close the shop. Alarms for everything. Sometimes I'm good at keeping an eye on the time. Sometimes I get too into cleaning, project, etc. and completely space on the time. Quest tracker marker. Holy ducking shit. I have severe ADHD. I can't ever remember what the duck I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be doing it, and what I need to do it. It would give me so much ease if life to have that constantly. If we are being honest, I don't think it will help. Cause I know every time I think of something new to do it's going to just pile up until I can't see. Like playing Skyrim and selecting all the quests at once. And it would make me bounce around even worse than before. Well, Yes, but it's not like always on. You can open the list and you can also abandon quests. Calories burned since waking up. Calorie intake since waking up. The time. And if I'm going somewhere new. The directions. Overall health. Tiredness. Energy. BS meter. Daily calories consumed. Daily calories burned. Health status. Know the instant you develop a dangerous disease or illness. By far the most useful bit of information you could ever display. Room engagement. Knowing exactly how well you're doing in a conversation or lack thereof is a phenomenal superpower. Rear vision. Literally just the power to see behind you. Estimated chance of success. Real-time likelihood of getting something right before you do it. Account balance. Direct information about the amount of money you have in the bank. It'll be useful. Recent thoughts. Just to keep track of it. Upcoming tragedies. See the future. Knowing exactly how well you're doing in a conversation or lack thereof is a phenomenal superpower. Warning, room engagement level critically low. Warning, abnormal anxiety spike detected. Benzodiazepine pod ready. Dispense. Yes, no. Beta blocker pod ready. Dispense. Yes, no. Time till the next poop. Inside house 2 hours. Outside house postponed indefinitely. Basic stuff like the speed and heading that I'm traveling and the amount of energy I have left before needing to eat or drink. Something like in some Final Fantasy games where collectible items have a glowing outline, but it only shows up when I'm looking for the item. Mental health stats would be awesome. Standard HP, but then a social, creative, calm stress, etc. So I could easily know what I'm missing that's causing me to struggle more some weeks than others. I'm not stressed. The stress meter has gained 10 points. Arrgh. An honesty meter that floats above each person in my line of sight, and whether they have good or bad intentions towards me highlighted by a red or green outline. Also a compass that points to what I truly desire. A bit like Jack Sparrow's in Pirates of the Caribbean. Current time. Weather. Date. Bank account balance. MP. I'd love to have a quest log with the shit I need to do for the day. I'm terrible with managing and remembering to do things. Locations of horny MILFs in my area. Bro, my PC tells me where they are. My account balance, so I know why I must go to work every day. I'd like to add motivation and mood levels to that. Then you can determine the amount of money you have need and compare it to your motivation to get money and cross-reference that with how sad you are. Then if you have enough money and sadness and no motivation, you'll know when to call out. Who is looking at me and not passed through me? Gala or some kind of interest meter. Dating would be so much easier. One way to find out that no one you like likes you, and plenty of people who revolt you really like you. Blood alcohol level, or even just an intoxication meter. Once it gets full, you throw up or experience the side effects strong enough that the overall experience won't be pleasurable. Would work for any other substances you take as well. Location of pets and what is currently in their mouth. I have a 5-month-old puppy. Tie a helium balloon around its middle with a 5-foot string. You'll at least get most of the first part. Information about my car's extended warranty. Just wait a few hours. You'll get one final call. Show compatibility levels. Could get weird quickly with family members, depending on how it works. Horizon Zero Dawn style mark nearby people and see their path so I can avoid them. The ability to override machines and make them do stuff for me. You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling. Think about the ability to override people and make them do stuff for me. Damage dealt to things. Punch or kick something. A number meaning the damage dealt to it will pop up for 2 seconds. A map. A health status bar. Probably an interaction bar that gives you good choices to make when talking to people. A luck radar telling me which way to go for the best random things to happen and to avoid the bad ones. Walk over to this location. Wait 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Open the door. Walk down this corridor and into this office. Walk over behind this desk. Enter the following combination into the wall safe. Extract the money. Wait 7 minutes and 38 seconds for the guard to pass by. Exit the office and take this path to the building exit. Clock. Range to object. Direction GPS. Radar 100 familiar at radius to track living things. Moving objects and things I'm looking for. Wiki summary of what I'm looking at. 1. 12 times zoom. Night vision mode. Names of people I know and how I know them. This. God, I need this. Screenshot. Calculator. Shopping list. Schedule and YouTube. You do know that you actually need to see stuff to write. This would fill up your whole field of view. A minimap. Showing which disease you have, as then you can notice diseases earlier and treat them better. You have cancer. Your current medical system is American. You are screwed. I would like to have an injury pain indicator of my body with an option to turn off pain and only get visual notifications. Get a ball in the nuts. Alert goes off and I can turn it off. Smash my little toe. Turn of alert. Probably health. Thirst and hunger bar. Why I'm going to a destination. I forget that way too often. A bar showing my hunger and boredom levels. So I know if I'm hungry or just bored. A map on the top right to show how many people there are around me, and each color of each person shows who and or what they want to do with me. Red, they hate me. Blue, doesn't know me. Green, a relative. Yellow, a friend. Purple, person I'm looking for. Brown, a performer attracting people. And each color has a layer. If I were in a building with 2 floors, if a person were above or under me, their color would be transparent. And when someone is dying, like having a stroke or is choking on something, their color would turn orange. And if they die, their color turns black. Thank you for listening to my probably stupid comment. That is way too specific for a random comment you've been planning. I like it. Food, water, health bars, so I can properly take care of myself. A damned mini map, because my sense of direction is so poor. An experience bar, when I'm doing things, so I can actually see progress and it's not just a depression trudge through tasks. A sneak icon to see if people are aware of me or not. I'm so paranoid in public and I just want people to not perceive me. Identification above heads for everybody, so my trans non-binary ass can inform people of my name pronouns without having to tell people. It's an awkward conversation every time. Yeah, GPS and health matters would be nice. But I want to know who the best prospects for mating are, and listed by distance. Subtitles please. Makes it easier to know what they're saying, and makes it easier to converse in a crowded room. The correct dialogue options for friendship, romance, etc. Status effects. Would be nice to know why I'm sick. An accurate lie detector. Also a current horniness meter for whomever I'm looking at would be alright. Clarissa 93%. Oh hi. Clarissa. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Hi. Nice to see you too. Clarissa 88% lie. Oh. Basic descriptions of things I'm looking at. Also, stuff like heart rate, how hungry I am, how thirsty I am, and how much longer this boner is going to last. It would have love hearts indicating how much people like me were attracted to me. 1 happiness stat, 2 hunger and thirst stat, 3 crusher, 4 minimap, 5 tiredness stat, 6 sickness stat, 7 energy stat, 8 IQ stat, 9 cheat codes for all of my classes, so I can finally get above 70s, 10 strength stat, 11 tabs of everything anyone has told me, so I can always remember it, 12 social stat, you know, just all the essentials. A lot of these are really good, but one I would just love is blood sugar. If I could just see that all the time, and not have to prick myself, and waste supplies to know if I'm spiking, or I feel woozy for some other reason, would be super helpful for me, and other diabetics I'm sure. The location of ammo drops, then I can nope right out of there. A small blue bar in the bottom right saying how much energy I have left before I should sleep. A small timer that shows how long I've been doing an activity that resets whenever I start doing something new. Small red arrows pointing at every person who is currently looking at me whenever I have a conversation. Stats about them pop up with information about them and how they view me as a person. Current quest. Half of the time that I walk into a room to do something, I completely ducking forget what it was. Useful for if I wanna do something, but it's too late, so I won't forget in the morning. Subtitles. A GPS minimap with bearing would be pretty damn sick. Optional vitals not always on, but able to check at will: heart rate, blood pressure, oxygen saturation, blood glucose, temperature, etc. A quest task tracker would also be incredible. The thing on the right that tracks progress of your quests. So like, let's say I have an errand list. I put it in my task tracker with subtask information. When I complete a task, I can just put a check mark. Oh, and one last thing. Object location remembrance. I can do a last known place for things like keys, wallet, etc. My stamina level, because it always seems to be depleted.